What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Wednesday, March 10th, 2021. We're here for another episode of the Casual Fan Podcast, the hardest working, most accurate, most entertaining NHL sports gambling podcast on YouTube. My name is Pat Stuthers, your host and commentator, and today we are going to bounce back from a pretty crummy Monday and Tuesday, and we're going to make some amazing predictions for Wednesday and Thursday night. If you're watching this video, first of all, thank you. Second of all, how are you doing today? I hope things are well. I hope you won big. If you listen to my advice, you would have hit a 3-team parlay last night. If you're enjoying this sports gambling content, please make sure to like and subscribe and tell your friends and get them to like and subscribe. Right now, go do it. We're gonna keep on hunting winners for you, so please like and subscribe. NHL previews and predictions for every single matchup of every single game 116 days straight for this entire 2021 NHL season. We've also expanded into MLB and NBA coverage, so make sure to check out those videos. If you're watching this and you're not subscribed, that is stealing. You're stealing free content. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. Cheers. All right, so let's look at the results for the past couple of days. On Monday and Tuesday, I went 6-9. Nice. 5 of the 6 games were decided by 1 goal on Monday night, and there was 1 2-goal game. So I picked a lot of favorites, and it ended up not going my way, but it wasn't that I picked the wrong team. It seemed like it was just an off night for all the teams. All the games were very close. And then on Tuesday, at least 5 games went to overtime. There was a 1-goal game and a 2-goal game. So that's a very tough night to pick as far as hockey. However, I did tell you to tread lightly on Monday, and what did I tell you on Tuesday? I told you to bet the house, I told you to borrow money from a friend, I told you to make the biggest bet of your life on a 3-team parlay of hockey games. And if you listen to me, you got rich. Philly, Tampa, Canes parlay, and we're feeling good after that one. Snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. One thing we potentially learned over the past couple of days is A, Monday and Tuesday nights, hockey teams don't wake up for these games. It almost feels like everyone's playing for Saturday night games. And 2, we're getting to the point in the season where teams aren't really playing for overtime anymore. They want to separate themselves because these are all divisional races. So I think you're going to see more high-flying end-to-end action from this point forward, which is a great thing for us viewers. With that said, let's move right into predictions for Wednesday and Thursday night. Let's hunt the winners. I've been up since 6 a.m. researching, and tonight and tomorrow, I've got a very good feeling. I think we're all going to make a lot of money here. The very first game is the Vegas Golden Knights as minus 130 favorites against the Minnesota Wild plus 105 underdogs. The Minnesota Wild won the first game 2-0. After I mentioned in the last video that the Knights were on a 6-game win streak, and that's very long in the National Hockey League. 69% of the money is on the Vegas Golden Knights. The Wild are 4-0 in their last 4 home games, 6-1 when their opponent scores 2 or fewer in the previous game, 5-1 after allowing 2 or fewer in the previous game, 20-7 after scoring 2 or fewer in the previous game, and the Wild are 4-1 in their last 5 Wednesday games. They're also 8-3 in their last 11 overall. Mark Stone is going to be playing, and Alex Pietrangelo is likely out. With all of that said, give me the Vegas Golden Knights. Next game, the Ottawa Senators as plus 205 underdogs at the Edmonton Oilers. Minus 235 favorites. 77% of the money is on the Oilers. The road team is 17-6 in the last 23 meetings, and the Sens are 11-4 in the last 15. The Oilers are 2-11 in their last 13 Wednesday games, but they are 7-0 against a sub-400 team, and 11-3 in their last 14 games as a favorite. To be honest with you, McDavid and Draisaitl were held off the score sheet and had a little bit of a miniature slump as far as their career numbers are concerned. According to my numbers, which I can assure you are immaculate, it's going to be a while before these 2 players don't score again. Up next, the Arizona Coyotes plus 175 underdogs against the Colorado Avalanche, minus 200 favorites. 74% of the money is on the Avalanche. The Yotes are 1-6 in the last 7 in Rado, favorites 9-2 in the last 11, and the Coyotes are 1-4 in the last 5 meetings overall. However, Coyotes are 4-0 as a road dog, 5-0 in their last 5 road games. The Avs are 10-2 after scoring 2 or fewer in the previous game. They're 13-3 on Wednesday games, and 20-9 against a team with a losing record. There's 2 ways you could look at this. You could take the Colorado Avalanche, or you could choose the wrong team and lose your money. Next game, the Los Angeles Kings is minus 125 favorites against the Anaheim Ducks, plus 105 underdogs. 51% of the money is on the Anaheim Ducks. The Kings went on a run not 2 weeks ago, similar to the one the Golden Knights are on right now, but since then they've been hovering around 500. The Dog is 4-0 in the last 4 meetings between these teams. Kings are 1-5 in the last 6, and they're 2-5 in the last 7 in Anaheim. Stay away or lean Ducks, I guess. I don't know. Flip a coin. Next game, the Montreal Canadiens minus 149 favorites against the Vancouver Canucks, plus 130 underdogs. 59% of the money is on the Canadiens. Habs are 0-5 in their last 5 road games, 1-5 on 1 day's rest, 8-20 in their last 28 Wednesday games, and 2-7 in their last 9. Canucks, conversely, are 6-0 on their last 6 Wednesday games, 4-0 versus a losing record, and 4-1 in their last 5 overall. This season is such a roller coaster the way these teams slide up and down the standings in these divisional matchups. You truly have to be a brave, talented, highly dedicated individual to be as successful at betting on hockey games as we have been this season at the Casual Fan Podcast. So I salute all of you who have been riding with me, weathering the Monday night storms so you could bounce back on Tuesday night and hit a 3-team parlay. You're the real heroes. Take the Canucks in this game. Now, on Thursday night, we have way better matchups. ones that I'm going to play, but I'm going to go through all the games and tell you what I think. First game, Rangers plus 157 underdogs against the Boston Bruins, minus 195 favorites. I'm not as confident in the Bruins as I was at the beginning of the season. I think this is a very difficult league to establish your dominance in, especially when you're playing the same 7 teams over and over. All the trends do go against the Rangers. They're 1-7 in the last 8 meetings. The favorites 20-8 in the last 28. They're 2-9 as a road dog and 0-6 in the 4th game of a 4-6 situation. My lean here is on the Bruins, but they're 2-5 in their last 7 overall. Stay away. Next game, the Pittsburgh Penguins minus 182 favorites against the Buffalo Sabres plus 150 underdogs. The road team is 4-0. Pens are 41-19-3 in the last 63 meetings. Favorite is 16-5. Pens are 17-5 in Buffalo. Jack Eichel's still out. Now the Buffalo Sabres actually lead the league in being the stinkiest franchise by far. There's no hope for them in the short term or in the long term. Next game, the New Jersey Devils plus 165 underdogs against the New York Islanders minus 200 favorites. The Devils are 2-11 in their last 13 in New York, 7-20 in their last 27 meetings, and the Islanders are on a heater right now. They've won their last 6 straight. They're 38-17 against a team with a winning record. Do not sleep on these Islanders. They are a real contender. However, as I mentioned with the Golden Knights against the Wild, 6 games in a row is a lot of games for the National Hockey League. Do they win 7 games in a row? That would solidify them in the top spot of the division. Seems like a lot of pressure. I'm going with the Devils. Next game, the Washington Capitals minus 106 slight underdogs against the Philadelphia Flyers minus 116 favorites. Caps are 1-5 in the last 6 meetings. Favorites 20-7 in the last 27. Caps are 3-8 as a road dog. 1-4 when their opponent scores 5 or more in the previous game. Flyers are 7-1 when their opponent scores 5 or more in the previous game. Flyers are 7-2 in their last 9 Thursday games. Are the Flyers finally better than the Washington Capitals? Impossible to say. Stay away from this game. If your life absolutely depended on it, take the Flyers. Next game, the Nashville Predators plus 170 underdogs against the Carolina Hurricanes, minus 210 favorites. Canes are in a way my team. In a way, all winning teams are my team when I bet my hard-earned dollars on them. The Canes win games. They can beat you with scoring or they can beat you in a tight checking 1-goal game. The Preds are 1-10 in the last 11 meetings and they're 1-10 against a team with a winning record. The Hurricanes, like the Islanders and the Knights before them, are on a 6-game win streak, and that's a lot of games. However, I placed an early bet on the Canes to win the Stanley Cup. I'd like to see James Reimer lifted over his head. This is a profitable team. Take the Canes. Next game, the Florida Panthers minus 136 favorites against the Columbus Blue Jackets plus 112 underdogs. Well, call me a moron because I bet on the Blue Jackets and they stink. However, Florida is 3-14 in their last 17 games in Columbus. They're 8-21 in their last 29 meetings. The home team is 12-5 in the last 17, and the Panthers won the last game 4-2. All the same trends apply to this game, but maybe this is the game where the Panthers establish themselves as a very strong team who can string together wins, or maybe they blow it like they've been blowing every single game this season where I've gambled money on them. Give me the Jackets in this one. Next game, Winnipeg Jets plus 157 underdogs against the Toronto Maple Leafs, minus 155 favorites. The Jets are a sneaky good team. Nobody has really been talking about them. It's been how bad the Canucks are, how surprising the Senators are, or what's going on with the Montreal Canadiens. No one's even mentioning the Winnipeg Jets, who are currently in second and currently beating the Toronto Maple Leafs. One more loss, this entire city implodes. Jets are 7-2 in their last 9 overall. Road team 6-2 in their last 8. Jets are 6-0 on Thursday, but the favorite is 17-8. Leafs are 8-1 against a plus 600 team, and 15-7 in their last 22 overall. As I mentioned about the Bruins, it's hard to establish dominance in this league. I can't believe this happens to players who are getting paid millions of dollars, but they get complacent, and that's been a problem for this Leafs team going back to a couple years ago when they clinched the playoffs in like early January. The Leafs are a good team. The problem is the last couple of games, they didn't look that good. Is that because the Jets made them look that way? Maybe. Is this the Leafs facing adversity and trying to overcome it? Maybe. Do I know who's gonna win this game? Absolutely, the Toronto Maple Leafs. And you can take that to the bank. I guarantee it. All right, next game, Tampa Bay Lightning minus 286 favorites against the Detroit Red Wings plus 220 underdog. Lightning are 8-1 in their last 9 meetings. Favorite is 23-3, but you wouldn't know it from watching this game. The Detroit Red Wings made it very close. It boggles my mind how many elite teams seemingly take days off against the Red Wings, the Ducks, the Sabres. Are there too many games in a season or something? Is it too much to ask that these players show up every night? Is hockey really that random that the Red Wings can compete with the Tampa Bay Lightning if both teams are trying their hardest? That looked like a case of the Mondays for Tampa. They squeaked out the win, but that was disgusting. People are betting their hard-earned money here, Stamkos. Smarten up. In this game, I'll take the Lightning minus 1.5. Next game, Chicago Blackhawks plus 130 underdogs against the Dallas Stars minus 159 favorites. The home team's 5-2. Don't look now, but the Dallas Stars are trending upwards. They were getting smoked for a while, but they really should be a plus 500 team. I love me some Kevin Lankinen and Patrick Kane for the Hawks to steal a game as underdogs, but this is a stay away game for me as well. I kind of just want to see what these teams are over the next couple of weeks. In the very last game on Thursday night, the Montreal Canadiens against the Calgary Flames, dead even, both minus 110. Canadiens are 6-1 in the last 7 meetings, 5-1 in the last 6 in Calgary, but they're 0-5 in their last 5 road games, 0-4 in their last 4 Thursday games. And the Flames are 2-8 in their last 10 overall, 2-6 in their last 8 Thursday games, and the under is 7-1 in the last 8 meetings. This is a stay away game. Both these teams kind of stink. I'm not interested in this matchup. The Habs have kind of righted the ship while the Calgary Flames are trending downwards. That's why I would lean towards the Canadiens. So with all those predictions and all that advice and all those stay away games and whatnot, here are my official picks. Who's going to win, who's going to lose for Wednesday and Thursday night. You can take these picks and do what you will with them. Some of them aren't great odds, but you can make some sweet parlays out of them. So my official picks, starting with Wednesday night, I am interested in taking Knights, Oilers, Avalanche, Ducks, Canucks. And then on Thursday night, I expect to go a perfect 10-0. Bruins, Penguins, Islanders, Flyers, Hurricanes, Jackets, Leafs, Lightning, the Stars, and the Habs. And if I get even one game wrong, I'm going to be upset. So my official bets, these are the ones that I'm going to place money on. When I win, you win. And when you lose, I lose. The ones we're all in it together, the ones that I'm going to wager my hard-earned money on. Officially, I am advising you all to tread lightly tonight because these are very close games. Just because there's hockey on doesn't mean you have to bet on it. I am going to bet the house on the Vegas Golden Knights at minus 130 odds. They're going to win even without Mark Stone and Pietrangelo. Marc-Andre Fleury is a legend. Take it to the bank, Vegas Golden Knights. I'm taking the Canucks as plus 130 underdogs, and I'm doing so confidently. And then on Thursday, Lightning minus 1.5, Leafs in regulation, and a sweet parlay of Penguins, Islanders, Hurricanes. Those teams never let me down. So that's what I think. Everything that went on in the early week, everything that's going to happen through this midweek. I'll see you guys again on Friday because we're doing this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, all 116 days straight of the NHL season. My name is Pat Stothers. This has been the Casual Fan Podcast, the hardest working, most accurate, most entertaining NHL sports gambling podcast on YouTube. Stay tuned for more MLB, NBA, and more content. Please like and subscribe. Please tell your friends. Please leave comments. Let's grow this thing to the top. Let's get rich. Good luck, everyone. Win your bets. Cheers. Bye.